Hey y'all, your girl has been busy and I promise it's been for good reason. Like for the next couple of vlogs, you're going to see why I disappeared and why I've been super busy. Oh my goodness, I know the title of the video basically said I bought a house in Ghana, but it was more like I built a house from scratch in Ghana. Now from the beginning of this project, I didn't know if I really wanted to share it on YouTube yet, so I didn't record like these first few clips for YouTube. But you know, since I've decided to share it, I'm just giving you a little bit of insight and then we'll continue for where we are right now.
Say hi to the latest homeowner in Ghana. I wanted to do the whole thing and be like, oh, surprise, welcome to my house in Ghana, and basically start filming this from outside. But the sun today is insane. If you look through that window, you can see the sun, right? It's insane. I don't want to do that. I'll probably later on towards the evening when the sun comes down, I'll go outside and take you around the whole property and probably show you that. But hi, welcome to a new series on the channel. This project has been going on for years and seriously I've been through a lot, guys. Like I've been through a lot. I'm currently going through a lot. I'm probably still going to be going through a lot anyway, so welcome. This project has been going on for a very long time, but I just realized I've never put any part of this online. I just realized I've always been a very private person, and sometimes I just unintentionally keep some things very private without actually meaning to do that. I was recently told that I'm very mysterious. Something funny happened recently, and I was talking to someone about it, and she was like, oh, you know, you're very mysterious, and because you're very mysterious, people don't know much about you, and then they tend to like make up things about you just because you don't put a lot of, and I don't really see myself as someone that's mysterious. I just feel like I'm very private. I've always been very private, even right from when I was really young, like from school, home. I'm an indoor girl. I don't keep a lot of friends. Even people that consider themselves my friends, they don't know some things about me. Probably the only person that know a lot of details about my personal life, apart from my family, is just one person, which is Joy, my Nigerian friend, who came visiting. You saw her, you know her, Joy. Apart from that, anybody say they know anything about me, they're lying, because I'm like the most private person I've ever seen. But this particular project, I didn't keep it private intentionally. I just didn't feel like it's something that I should vlog, but I'm realizing I probably should vlog that and, you know, carry you guys along. So hi, welcome to episode 1 of this amazing series. It's going to be a lot of things. So as most of you probably know on the channel already, or if you're new on the channel, towards the ending of last year till about February this year, I was apartment hunting in Accra, Ghana, right? Like I was legitimately hunting for an apartment, and I think I intensified it in January and February of this year. And when I told you, my eyes saw Shaggy. I'm Nigerian, my face is showing stress, my voice is showing stress, so ignore all of that. A lot of places I go to, they legit said they will not rent to Nigerian, because all my life, or all the years I've been in Ghana, I've always lived in a particular area. My first house was in Ajingano, no, was in East Legon, then Ajingano, and then from Ajingano I moved to Shashi, and from Shashi now I'm moving to this place. So like I've just been in that cocoon, and because I've always been in that cocoon, there are a lot of foreigners in that axis, right? A lot of foreigners that can, in fact, a lot of the buildings I lived in there, just 2 buildings, and the last one I'm moving from now, they were only like mostly foreigners living in those areas. So because of that, the landlords there, or the homeowners there, they don't really discriminate. But then, as most of you know, my shop, hey, I'm working my shop t-shirt today, Mr. Baye. Can you see? Yeah, Mr. Baye. Anyway, I'm plugging my business. So Mr. Baye 1980 is in Dansoma Control, basically. So from Ajingano, you know, we started this last year. From Ajingano down to Dansoma, sometimes it can be over 2 hours if there's traffic. If there's no traffic, but an hour, 30 minutes. It just depends on how free the roads are. But you know, you're in Accra, you obviously know there's always going to be traffic, even if it's not like something that's as much as some other cities where there's always traffic. So especially the La Paz, as sometimes you'll be stuck there for hours. So it was really throughout that last year to the ending of the year, it was putting a lot of stress on me during the whole commute. spending almost an hour 30 minutes to 2 hours both ways. That's about 4 hours on the road or 3 hours on the road. And if I'm lucky on weekends where it's free, maybe an hour to or 65 minutes to the shop. It was a lot of time. I'm like, you know what, since my rent at the other house was going to be like, I think it was supposed to finish by February ending. I'm like, okay. I told the landlord, oh, because the landlord was very nice. He knew the shop. He even buy drinks for me even till now. Very nice man, right? So I'm like, the shop is really far away and it's really stressful. I don't drive. Commuting, even taking the money aspect of it aside, the whole stress was too much because I closed very late from the shop. So imagine closing by 11-12 a.m. in the middle of the night and you have to like travel 1 hour before you get home. I'm like, let me look for an apartment in Dansuma. Hey, my dear, most of you know that already because I think I posted some of that and I recorded a lot of those house hunting videos. So now that I'm actually putting out this whole house series, I'm going to put out those videos and you're going to see what I'm talking about, or I might input some of them on this vlog so you see. All the landlords there legitimately said they do not rent to Nigerians. Like all the houses, different agents I worked with, and the Mikasa app, one app for this thing. A lot of agents, I paid a lot of agency fee. I spent months trying to get an apartment. It was even later, I'm like, if I even come outside and say this, right, people would think I'm just, saying it, I'm lying or something. And like, let me start recording some of these things just so people will see that I'm really for it, right? So till February, basically, when my rent expired at the other house, I could not get an apartment just because I was Nigerian. They refused to rent. It got to a point some of the agents was like, oh, you know what, you can tell them you're Ghanaian. I'm like, no, that would be like deceiving them. I want them to know I'm Nigerian. Just so they can rent to me. And not that you rent to someone, you think you're renting to a Ghanaian, and later you be like, you're renting to a Nigerian. That's what creates like bad reputation. I'm like, oh no, it's better they know I'm Nigerian. And it even got to a point, I thought my landlord at the shop was like, they weren't trying to help me talk to some of them and be like, oh, I know her. They said they do not rent to Nigerians. For it, all of them had exactly one story. So anyway, let me not get too much into all of that. You've probably seen all of that already because I posted something like that in March. I think I posted some of those clips in March of this year. That was earlier on this year. So because I already told the other landlord I was moving out, I had to leave and I didn't get an apartment. But then this project was already ready, was actually on this stage already. But because it was still quite a distance, it was on the outskirts of Accra, it was still quite a distance from my shop. I'm like, I cannot move here. I wanted to be closer to the shop just to ease my stress a bit. Anyway, so I moved my properties here. So my properties have been here for the last 6 months, and then I was living in a service apartment in Shashi, Clifton Place apartment. Now that I've left there, I feel like I can say it. And nice apartment. It was really amazing. I really enjoyed the 6 months I spent there. But not only was that financially irresponsible, it was kind of small. So it was a 2-bedroom apartment, but it felt like I was legitimately living out of a suitcase. I think I recorded the apartment tour. Yeah, I don't know if you're going to see that before this or anyway, you're going to see that eventually and you're going to see what I'm talking about. It was really small. So when it was getting to the I think I spent 3 months and then I was like spending another 3 months. I still was not ready to start looking for going through the whole stress of looking for an apartment. I'm like, house in Ghana, let me just move here and be here and channel the money was spending at the service apartment here, right? So that's what we're doing. So hi, welcome to my house in Ghana. Yay! I'm finally free from Ghana landlords and their whole shidari gabs that comes with renting. If you rent in Ghana or in Accra, your eyes might have seen shaking, most especially if you're a foreigner. Anyway, so I'm finally free. So about this project has been going on for a very long time. Yes, basically, like this particular property that's a landed property, was bought like years back. We started developing it, and then a lot of issues because buying a land in Ghana. I feel like if I start giving you all these issues, we'll be healthy tomorrow. But it turns out one particular brother sold the land. The other brother came outside and sold the land to someone else. So we're in court doing legal battles for a very long time. We're going to, the like that thing has always been a bit of a stress. Anyway, the whole landed whatever. We're going through and fro. We're spending a lot of money doing both sides though, because obviously the two people that bought the properties, we were the ones that were wronged. Because the two brothers, they sold the same properties to two different people, right? So now we're developing, and the other guy came, was like, oh no, I got this land, but see my papers for the land, everything is done properly, legal representation, all of those things are properly done. And the other one presented his own document also. So it was like this, they probably knew what they were doing, because I'm not realizing that actually happens a lot in Ghana. I was thinking it's just Nigeria that happened, but I'm realizing it happened a lot in Ghana also, because in Nigeria, my family, we've been into real estate for a very long time. I manage a lot of our properties back home. So I know all about landed property and the stress that comes with them, most especially if you're buying from like families, if you're not buying from like real estate companies that have the whole land. Sometimes you can even buy from real estate company and they will still give you issues, right? So that was going on for a very long time. So it tied this project down for years. Yes, we were going back and forth, trying to resolve the whole thing. We're not getting any headways. And the other buyer was a Ghanaian and, obviously Nigerian. So everything was not shifting as if it was. Sometimes I try to like rise above the whole Ghana Nigerian thing, right? But it's real. If you're not living it, you don't feel it, right? Even on official setting, legal setting, where you know for a fact that I'm in the right, but if I'm going against a Ghanaian, it automatically will be as if they are for the Ghanaians. I don't know if I understand it. I want to say I understand that, but it shouldn't be something I understand, because we're Africa. If we're doing everything by the books, doing everything, I have as much right to as anyone buying a property here, right? Anyway, so that happened for years, and it was later resolved. He basically demanded repaying for the land, or paying the other person his own money he used in purchasing the land, which was years later, and it was a lot of money. But it was either that, because the land was in a very good position and gotten it for years now. It was either that, or you let your money go, because the other person was not willing to pay and take the land, right? Which I'm now realizing that it might just have been like a planned thing, right? Like, let's do it like that and swindle more money from the Nigerians. Anyway, so that happened, and it was finally resolved. The whole documentation, everything was now done. Now no issues, and then we started developing it last year. It was early last year. Early last year that we started developing it. And my brother came from Nigeria and was handling the project, so everything was going on smoothly. But towards October last year, November last year, towards the ending of last year, basically, he had to go back to Nigeria to, do some other stuff in Nigeria. So we left this place in the care of someone else. Like, since my brother was here taking care of everything, I wasn't even coming to check on it, because that brother is the one that handles a lot of building properties we have back home in Nigeria, right? So like, supervision, everything was on there. But immediately he left, the mistake I made was I was supposed to like take over and then start coming here every day. I didn't do that. I was thinking, because of how like a family friend who's a Ghanaian, someone that I've known for a very long time, know the family, everything. Since the person was not in charge and paid, not I was doing it for free, right? Since the person was not in charge, being paid well, this is someone that be benefiting for a very long time. I was thinking everything is okay, just calling, you bring stuff that they need for them. That is one of the biggest mistakes I've ever done in this life. Like, don't do it. If you're building in Ghana, if you know you will not be available to if you know you will not be available basically to supervise the project, be on ground every day, not once a week, not twice a week, every day they're working there, do not do it. Because if I start giving you the stories, anyway, let me give you a little bit of what happened, right? What derailed this project, why everywhere is not like completely done up till now is this. So this particular person, it turns out if he said 10 workers are working, it means 5 people were working, and he will take pay for extra 5 people for himself. And if we have to buy anything, basically, if the thing was supposed to cost 2 cedis, he will say the thing will cost 4 cedis. So we're paying double for everything that was happening here. Both workers, we're paying for workers that were not working, right? Like workmen that were not working, basically, we're paying for them. Materials, we're paying double, triple for materials. Didn't realize, I was like, materials are really expensive, because I know things are expensive in Ghana, but they were not overly expensive. It got to a point like, you know what, if you got to cement by the truckload, dump it there for them, right? When they feel niche, you can go and buy another one just so you can curb it. That was the first time I realized we realized what was happening, right? But then the cement, you leave them here. They work for I mean, they will say it's finished. And another thing that was not happening was this, right? We're paying daily. Because we're paying daily, he said he was the one that suggested the whole daily payment for them. That if you pay them daily is better, right? But if you pay them daily, they will sit around and do the most minimal amount of work, right? Because at the end of the day, you're going to pay them. And at the end of the day, he will take, they're done working, send the money, you send the money, and who pay them. And then you call, you will not see any progress going on. You'll be like, what is happening, right? That was one. And then we're like, you know what, if this is what is happening, then no more daily, let's be paying according, because there's something we do in Nigeria where as much as you work, that is as much as you get paid. Like, they can't block. I don't know how to explain it to you very well, basically. So it was like, okay, let's do it like that. Because when they started doing it like that, they started rushing everything. And then they started building substandard house, which means they were not taking time again. They were just laying the blocks. They were not laying everything properly. Had to demolish and do a lot of things. So it got to a point where we had to like get an artisan from Nigeria to come and supervise this level, because how we realized our guy was swindling us was, I think, was when it got to, we're buying some building material things, right? And then after paying, later I think we called the building material trying to get something in, and he was not mentioning a price much less. I didn't know it was the same person. I'm like, but we just got from you now, right? Like a couple of days back, this was how much you gave us. Okay, we're speaking to them because we called on the phone. It was the manager or the owner of the building material shop that we're talking to, right? It was like, oh no, that was the worker. I'm like, we're like, it means your worker was cheating, or your workers are cheating your customers, because this is what and what happened. Oh, he got angry, wanted to like get to the bottom of the whole thing. Then he went and he legit called the worker. I'm like, oh, you so. Then the worker said the person that came to buy the materials here, that's the one that was managing the property, building and everything for us, right? He told him to tell us double of the price and give him the one on top. We're like, what? Then we try to go back and start verifying and the amount we're paying for everything. That we discovered that, hey, if the guy was actually someone that was nice, because most time when you're stealing money that's not yours, you don't actually do anything good with it. He could have like completed building his own apartment, his own house from money that he was making here. This was someone that was highly paid, and even sometimes we just sit down and just say, take money, right? Like, it's a lot of things. So that happened. It delayed the work a bit. We got an artisan from Nigeria to come and be here, so that we'll be here with the workers every day, so we're able to monitor the work, right? So that one came. That was how we were able to like get this particular building completed. This is a building of 5 apartments, 2 bedroom into 5 places. Is fully completed the way it is. I'm going to give you an apartment tour in a minute, but I feel like if I just start giving you an apartment, I feel like I built a house in Ghana without giving you like a whole backstory of everything, you would just be, this is the first episode of many to come basically. So these 5 flats, they've been complete, they are completed, and then we decided the front, let's raise another one there. So that one is going to be up to like 8 flats. It's actually in front of me now. I'm going to give you a tour of that. Probably if not in this vlog, I might give you in another vlog, because like I said, this is a series. It's going to be a lot of things, but I wanted to like give you the whole story, the whole load, and just so, since I didn't start from the beginning, I'm just trying to catch up, so let's see where we are now, right? Just so when I start releasing the vlog, or we start doing the other project together, I'll carry you along and you won't be too lost. So yeah, 5 like this is completed, everything is done. So it was supposed to be like I said I was going to use for like a commercial building, basically a service apartment, like a B&B, because this place is on the outskirts of Accra. It's very close to the beach. Also have a resort very close to me here, which I'm probably going to be spending my whole day anyway. So because this apartment has been completed since beginning of this year, this has been completed. The other one is the one we're still working on, right? We'll complete the other building first, then do everything together, and then it becomes like we start, furnish it and start giving us as Airbnb and the rest. So that was still working now. And my properties were here. My electronics, they've been here. I've been living in service apartment, meaning everything there is for the apartment owner. Like the apartment I was living in, that's exactly what I'm trying to replicate here, right? Or something like that, just different anyway. So my electronics, everything, have been here for months. It was when Joy came around, right? Joy Faye, we came here because a lot of my clothing also were here. Like I said, the other apartment, it felt like I was living from like a box. So a lot of my things were here. So we wanted some things. We're like, okay, let's go to the house and take some things. And then I come here and I discovered that some things were going bad, because if you leave your properties locked up for a very long period of time, they start going bad. I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm going to end up wasting, because I have a lot of things. If you know, my other apartment was a 4-bedroom apartment that were fully furnished. I think you saw that. It's somewhere on the channel basically. Or when I was moving, I was when I actually recorded. That was therefore the one I moved out from in February ending. It was when I was moving out that I recorded that apartment for you, because most time when I'm living in a place, I don't record it. I don't give it out until I'm leaving. That one I do a tour of it for you. But this one, because I'm personal property now, I'm going to do it. I'm just going to give you the outside, obviously for safety reasons. But I'm going to take you through all of the apartment and just show you what is happening there. Anyway, so I came here and I discovered that a lot of the properties were like going bad. Let me try and turn this camera and show you how my stuff they've been for months now. Oh, wait. See, I use a moving company, so everything was like sealed. Anyway, I'm going to take you around very soon and I'm going to like show you everything. So I came here and I saw that a lot of things were going bad. I'm like, is it that I moved these things from here? Because I moved them here was like, if I later was able to get an apartment bigger, close to the shop in Dansuma, and then I'll come and move them there. Because like I said, this was supposed to be like service apartment. I wasn't supposed to live here, or I didn't even want to live here because it was very far from town. It's quite a distance from town, right? So that day we came here, we're living here back to the shop. I'm like, you know what, let me even time the distance, because that's something I've never done, from this place to the shop, and from where I was living in Shashi to the shop, right? Let me see the difference. Then I noticed it was exactly same 50 minutes without traffic 15 minutes, with traffic over an hour, from where I was living to the shop, and from here to the shop. I'm like, that does not really make any sense. I have no reason why I should be in a service apartment, which if you live in one of those apartments in East Legon or Shashi, the monthly pay I can't even say out here. It screams irresponsibilities, a lot of money. So, and then I have properties here that I wasn't using that were going bad. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to come here, fix the place, because it was supposed to be a commercial building. We just completed its screeding and everything done. We hadn't painted here. We had the whole electricity done, wiring, plumbing, everything is done. Basically, it's just the kitchen that wasn't done, because they were all supposed to carry like same identical kitchen. Anyway, we're going to get to all of that in a little bit. I'm like, let me come here, fix the apartment up, then set it up and start living here. And when I have the time, like in the next couple of weeks, I'll get like a smaller apartment close to the shop. If I can't get, because I'm going to try again. I wasn't willing to start trying and be in a hurry to like move. I'm like, let me set this one up. Then I'll be here most of the time, but when I need to go to the shop, then I will just be there for a couple of days, do what I need to do at the shop. Just if I want to avoid the traffic. But if I want to still be going the way I was going from home, from Shashi to the shop, it's exactly the same amount of time that I would spend on the road, basically. So yeah, so that's what we're doing. So I completely moved in. The day I moved in, not that I completely moved, I moved. My things have been here for 6 months, so which one is completely moved in, right? So I came that day. I got an electrician to come in, fix because the wiring was like the. Anyway, I'm going to take the phone off now. Actually, show you what I'm talking about, because I'm feeling with the tripod. I'm just standing.
So let's start from here. I wanted to give you that whole long ass storyline, just so I can kind of catch up to where we are right now, right? Just so like 2 laws, you're like, what is this kid talking about? What's she showing us and all of that? Anyway, there are 5 units that are identical to these that are completed up to this level now. So I'm going to show you the unit where I've kept my properties for the last 6 months. So February of this year, 2024, when I was moving to my studio apartment, we're going to come back to that in a minute, right? Or later on, maybe in another episode or later in this episode. I had moved all my properties here, so they've been just sitting here with the door locked, all wrapped basically like this for the past 6 months. So I'm going to take you through this unit, and then I'm going to take you through another unit, and then I'm going to like start the whole setting up process. Yeah, I'm going to get the electrician to come, basically fix the light bulbs, all of that. We'll get to that in a minute. So the all open plan, like I basically just moved everything and just kept them here out in the open like this. Like all my things have been sitting here for over 6 months, guys. They've been sitting like
so
this.
For the past 6-7 months, this is how my properties, this is how they've been basically. Like everything was just unpacked like this. Yeah, those are my shelves, the cooker, I've shown you all of those. And then over here, these are my like beddings, clothing items, shoes. Some are even still sealed. Everything I own is here. Everything I own is basically. Let me try and turn this light on. Okay, this is better. So everything I own, the fridge is there, the freezer is in the other flat also, because 4 of the flats are completed, like up to this level. So I'm just fixing 2 for now for me. I'm going to be living in 1, but I'm fixing 2 just so I can have somewhere to move some of these properties, because these properties, they were basically properties that were in a 4-bedroom duplex. So there are lots of things, right? They all won't fit here, and I want this place to be a bit spacey. This is the visitor. I'm going to give you a proper tour.
And this is yet another flat. I wanted to show you this one just so you can see how it looks empty basically. So this is how they've all been completed to this stage. Screeding done, all the electrical work done, everything is basically done. It's just to paint it, fix light bulb, and then fix the whole kitchen, because they're all open plan, right? We're going to do all of that process together. Now that I've decided to start vlogging this process, it's going to be a whole lot of fun trying to get this whole property basically fixed and set up for commercial use, because I'm going to use it for commercial use basically. That's why there are multiple properties. And then the other one that there is basically 2 blocks. This is 1 block completed, block of 5 flats completed. The other block is basically still in construction level, so we're going to do all of that together. But anyway, this is the open, and this is how it is. They're all 2-bedroom flat each. So screeding, indoor toilet, everything has been done. I'm going to take you back to the other flats right in a minute, just so I can like show you the whole rooms, how the bedrooms are set, and then we can clean, get some workers to come in, and then we can start setting up the other flat. Because like I said, I'm going to actually set it up to like living standard, just so I can, like I said, you've heard all of that during the intro of this whole thing already. So let's get started. So for today, we're back to the other flat. You can see that I'm going to move some properties and then get some workers to come and do some indoor finishing, basically, or touch up. So someone is going to come and fix like curtains there, and then I think the electrician will come fix, and then plumber, because I need water to actually because this whole thing, they've just been sitting here for months, so they're very dirty, dusty and all of that. So I need water to actually clean them, mostly the washing machine and the cooker, because I need the washing machine to actually start doing laundry, like washing curtains, beddings and all of those things. So I need that set up. That washing machine, it hasn't been used in like 6 months to 7 months, so hopefully they're all good. But this is what's happening, and it's been collecting mold. This is one of the reasons I decided to I'm going to go clean the place, set it up basically, and make it like living standard, just so the things don't keep going bad. But yeah, this is what I was trying to show you, that some of the properties are not collecting molds like that, because yeah, it's very cold and they've been wrapped up, no air is coming inside. When you leave properties like that for a long time, they kind of start going bad. But that has been happening. So this is basically, I don't know why I'm still showing you this. Let's just go to the rooms and let me show you what the rooms look like. This is one of the rooms. Like I said, there are 4 beds in total, so there's yet another huge bed here. Anyway, I think when we're moving to the other house, you saw this bed. Oh, did I even post that vlog? I don't know yet, because I keep recording moving vlogs that I never post. But I got this bed at Oka Deco, basically. So it's the whole bedding that's here. There's a mirror behind it. There's 2 beds basically just sitting here. But this is one of the rooms. So before then, some of the workers are here, electrician, and then there's plumber outside also trying to fix a poly tank, just so we can get water, right? So now let me give you proper tour of the whole house. Now I feel like this whole vlog I was just filming, it was just over the whole place. So I'm just going to give you a tour, and then we're going to actually start doing something, moving this property one way just so they can walk in another way, and then we'll move. It's going to be a lot of work, but anyway, let me not bore you out too much.
So the electrician did what they came to do already, and then I had to call the plumber also, and basically it's done. I came here yesterday. I was thinking before I would get here yesterday, everything will be ready. Well, I arrived very late from the shop. I'm going to spend the night here, so that today being Sunday, early morning, I can clean and actually set up some things. But anyway, obviously the plumber is done, but the electrician still has thing, and the painter also told me he will come on Sunday, which is today. If any worker is telling you in Ghana that they will come on Sunday, they're lying. They will not. It's just crude, and because during the rainy season, the up floor, right, there's a pool above. There's supposed to be an overhead pool. Still working on that, right? So we're not tied yet, but because of the rainy season that was going on, a lot of water stains are on the wall. Anyway, it's just crude. We're not painting. Hopefully when the painter come and paint it, and now that the rainy season is done, I can use it for now until I fix the whole pool upstairs and do the whole tiling, just to avoid something like this from happening again. But yeah, that's what to say. This, oh my goodness, yeah, I use a moving company to move 444. I'm going to look for the name and put it on the screen basically. So they use these boxes to arrange everything. As a matter of fact, this refrigerator, it was yesterday that I came in that I had to take these things out, because I came with some fresh stuff that I was supposed to cook with, because I'm not eating eba in a really long time. I'm really if I'm going to do the amount of work I'm going to do in this house, I need eba, so I'm going to eat, right? So I kept them there. I had to take this off of it and put the things inside and plug it. My cooker, you probably know that cooker. This cooker here, microwave rice cooker, they're here. These things, they've been sitting here for 6 months. I'm really lucky that nothing is bad. Everything is still working properly because I had gotten them like January of 2023. So these were new stuff. I gave the old one out. You saw when I was giving the properties in the former house out, and I got these new ones. So they were all pretty new. They were less than a year before I moved them here. So they've just been sitting here for months now. So I'm really glad that that's going to be over for now. Anyway, here I came here yesterday and I was looking for different things. So I was basically just tearing all the curtains I was seeing with all the properties open. So it's a bit scattered. I was actually looking for the curtains because I had caught someone the previous day. I left the key to, anyway, come face the curtains. The person did face the curtains. So when I came in, I'm like, let me look for curtain, but I didn't know particular curtain that hold the curtain. So yeah, that's why this lady is scattered, but it's okay. Washing machine, did I show you the washing machine? I'm coming. The washing machine is here. It was actually the first thing I connected here because obviously I can't use some of the things without washing them. I wash the curtains with them today because it was in the afternoon now, so they're all dry. That's why I fixed them. I'm going to like sort beddings out and put it in, also wash the beddings, and we're done. So that's why here is a scatter bed. Here, these are some of this electronics, and let me take you. So this is what the living room looks like. When I'm completely fixed here, it's going to be amazing. But yeah, this is how it looks like. The building you're seeing over there is the next block I said we're still working on. So the guy that came to like fix the curtains, I'd ask him to like fix these 2 frames because I already know this is where I'm going to be putting the frame. But the other frames, I have not figured them out yet, so I could not fix them. Obviously, when the painter comes tomorrow, Monday, finish painting, I'll call him back. I will just take my time and figure out where I'm going to put them. But yeah, this is cute. I have a dresser here. It's going to be here with this. It's going to be fine. Basically, this is one of the bed's dresser. Anyway, so that is it for here. Of all the flats completed, this is the smallest. I wanted a small one. Basically, the other one was too big. Right, this was the smallest, had good lighting. Like, you know what, let me take it because I'm going to be living alone, right? I want somewhere that won't feel too big, because in case I have people come in, there is an extra flat people can easily be in. So I wanted this. I took this instead. So this is where I slept yesterday. This is where I slept. I just like, let me sleep here. Then today I started working. I've been working since morning. I've cleaned the whole. So here was already clean. I cleaned here already the other day when I came. So it was clean. I have this whole small fridge. I just turn it on. There's water in it and little things that and there is like diffuser. There's obviously, I said drinks. There's always going to be drinks. This is like a full carton of champagne. I was supposed to do that, pop champagne, but obviously I don't drink a lot of alcohol. So now for the bedroom, this is what the master bedroom is like. Hi, I'm feeling there. You see with the sun. See, I was telling you the sun is insane. See, it's insane. The sun is insane. Anyway, so this is what the master's bedroom looks like. This is what the master bedroom looks like. Basically, water heater, everything is done. There is, anyway, I'm going to clean everywhere. But yeah, that is it for this. Now let's go to the other room. Now this is the other room, second bedroom. Basically, this is where a lot of my beddings are. I did come from the other house with 4 beds, because like I said, it was a 4-bedroom duplex, and we had bed in all of them for if you have visitors, everything. So all the beds are here. The huge, so somewhere here. I actually think 2 are here, 2 are in the other flat. Basically, because the other day I keep the whole parlor this living room was packed. So I'm like, help me move some things to that side. So yeah, some of the things are there, but this bed is too big. These rooms are too small, so I don't know what I'm going to do with this bed yet, but this is a very expensive bed. That is the mattress. Got it in February last year. As of February last year was, I think it was 29,800, which is almost 30,000 Ghana cedis. Now with the rate of $9 might have tripled from Oka Deco. Basically, that's where that dresser in the living room is from. It's from this set. So this is the bed frame. Basically, this is the dresser mirror behind there. It's wrapped, and then this is the mattress. This was in the other room in the other house. Also, my smaller bed I was in the other house is in the other flat. I'm not going to be using it again. And then that big mirror that was in that living room is between these two mattresses. Obviously, later or when I'm moving it, you'll see it. I'm just giving you an empty house apartment tour, and then we start setting up. I want to set up like the living room today, just so tomorrow and the DSTV guy can come fix the DSTV for me, just so I can catch up with some, match football. Really, but this room is going to be like my filming studio. I'm going to let me try and turn the light on. See better? I think it's better. Anyway, so this is going to be my filming studio when I complete. But I don't know what I'm going to do with this bed here because it's too big. I feel like we'll take the whole room. So plus to fix it, I have to call like professional to come and fix it. When I don't know if I'm going to like be in this flat or move to another flat, because there are a lot of flats to choose from here, right? Anyway, I'm just probably going to leave it wrapped like this, because I feel like of all the beddings here, this is the only one that has gotten no particular form of dent for the last 6 months. If you can see, it's a leather stuff. There is nothing on it. It's like it's in perfect condition. So I feel like if I leave it for a while, it will still be in perfect condition. I'm going to use the other mattress instead. Probably going to put it on the floor for now till I figure out a bed for it. I'm going to get a bed frame just so they won't have no headboard. This headboard is too big. Something that has like a smaller headboard, so that's what I'm going to be using for now. And here are just some clothing items. More drinks, because obviously I sell drinks. This is the STV dish they're going to come fix tomorrow. My bags are packed in here. And now for the washroom. Okay, this is a better one. This is the washroom I've been using. Basically, yesterday and today, this is the washroom I've been using. Hi, so this is the second room washroom. It's big. That other one is just a tiny bit bigger than it. Other than that, is almost the same. Plus, the washing hand basin there's just a little difference. But one thing is, if you go to all the flats, they have identical. The second bedroom have this, and then the master bedroom they have that one. That's the only difference. So the whole, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to make sure the whole apartment they are identical, because they're for commercial use, right? So they have to be identical, everything identical. So in fact, the one I'm giving you the tour of this flat, just as I'm giving you the tour of the 5 flats, because it's exactly the same. Then this is the washroom, the cubicle, basically. That's our water heater also is here. So this water heater was in my home apartment. I saw it. It was really nice. So yeah, one of the painting is here. So it's a small apartment. That's all. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to move the TV stand here, set the television, open this, and just set this whole area up. This particular stuff, this is what I was telling you about properties going bad. If you check this chair, you see what's happening. See, because I think when they were moving it, this stuff turned, and yeah. So these 2 couch, I'm going to move them to the next flat for now until I can get someone to come and watch them, because they have a lot of these things. Or I might actually end up not using it, because I've been saying for the longest time that I need like a white couch. But because I'm spending a lot of money for now, I'm probably going to let the couch thing rest for now, and maybe use just one of them. Use the red one plus the yellow armchairs and the swing chair for now. But if I decide to get white stuff, I'm going. So it's an open kitchen plan, right? So the kitchen cabinet is going to be here. That's why the kitchen is like this. Why is exactly like this was we're waiting to like complete the other apartment, just when we're buying because like for the plumbing aspect, the whole bedroom, this is the guest bedroom. I'm going to show you in a minute. There's a bed frame covering it. It's really heavy. That bed I was showing you, this is one of the frame here. It's really heavy. When I can move it, I'll show you the guest bedroom. Probably before I turn the camera off, I'm going to do that, right? Anyway, so like I was saying, this is an open plan kitchen, right? And they are all open plan kitchen. So all the cabinets are supposed to be identical because I want all the flat to be identical. So because of that, that's why it's not done, because the whole building is not completed yet. We could not like buy the whole kitchen stuff now, or then we're buying like things for the inner fittings. We only got like the whole bedroom because we already figure out what that is. So because of that, I'm going to be living in this house without a kitchen for now. I don't know what I'm going to do. What I think I'm going to do is this: if I say let me go and buy one of the kitchen, because it's one of those imported ones I want, right? But because it has to be identical, you have to buy it same time. Make sure you can find exactly how many pieces you want for the whole apartment, just so they will be exactly identical. But because I'm going to be living here for now, I do need a kitchen. So I don't know if I'm going to just fix the sink. Then because the dining table is in the other room, that's actually the dining table now is, I think we took the legs out. The legs are somewhere in this mix, basically, where the board is here. So I probably might fix it because I have a huge dining table, and put it here, fix the sink. I'm using the kitchen like that for now till we complete the other apartment and buy everything. Or an alternative solution is I can get like a locally made one for now. And then when I'm ready to like furnish the whole apartment or do the whole kitchen of the whole apartment, just so it to be identical, I can take that out. But I'm just thinking that would be like wasting money. I don't know what I'm going to do about that yet. But the center table, I can't use it. I didn't realize this happened when they were moving it, so I don't know how I'm going to fix this. If I can't fix it, I probably would just get another one. The wardrobe also, I'm going to do like a local wardrobe here for now for both rooms, right? And then later on when we're buying the wardrobe for the whole apartment building and I need to change it, I can sell it. I feel like to sell the wardrobes will be more cheaper than to sell the kitchen cabinet, which is why I'm going to like basically tackle the wardrobe issue first before any other thing. I can always sell those. And you know what, the funny thing is, the other apartment I was moving from, like you saw the apartment, right? I left four wardrobes there, like huge wardrobes, because there were no wardrobes in that apartment. We made the four wardrobes, right, for the 4 rooms. The apartment I moved on in February ending March beginning, basically was the first week of March after they left that place. So if you saw the videos on the channel already when I was moving, you saw the wardrobes. I'm like, oh, I don't need this wardrobe, I'm leaving them here. Even if I use them for less than a year, if I'd know I will end up moving here, I probably would have taken 2 of those wardrobes or even take all 4 of them. But anyway, the landlord was really nice, so I wanted to like do that for him, just so the next person renting the house, it will be much easier. So I'm going to have the wardrobe done. But for the kitchen, I've not decided yet. Since we're going to be doing this together, you're going to see what I later decide to do with that kitchen. So yeah, that's the tour of the apartment. Hey! Hi, good morning. So I finally got my gimbal out. So now we have a little bit of movement. Yay! Just like I get a little bit of flexibility. Like I have a gimbal. I don't know why I film without it most times. It's weird. Anyway. So yesterday, I think after I finished, giving you a tour, because it was later in the evening I was giving you a tour of the apartment, right? I discovered I was almost sick, so I'm like, oh, let me just go quickly shower, freshen up, so I can go on YouTube Live, because I did say I was going to go on YouTube Live to celebrate reaching 15k subscribers. So thank you so much for 15,000. Anyway, so I did. But that took a lot of time, because I ended up staying live up till about 7 p.m. I think I actually left live by 7 p.m. So it was late. I had to go get food. And I came back. I didn't even feel like doing anything at night. So yeah. So it's Monday morning. It's not really morning basically. I've just been laying around. Okay, I have display on my watch, so you can't actually see it. But it's about 12 noon. I've just been sitting and laying around because I'm waiting for this painter to come. If you're building in Ghana, one thing I will tell you is this: do not pay any workman, give them any form of money. If you really wanted to turn up and do the work the time frame you want them to do it. It happened with the plumber that was supposed to fix the poly tank up, right? The first day I came, the plumber that was working on this house is from a Volta region, right? So he was in the Volta region because they had like a family burial, things like that. So he could not come. So I went around to like, oh, can I get a plumber's number? So someone around basically gave me a number or called the plumber for me. The plumber came. I'm like, I need a poly tank to do temporary connection, right? Since I'm going to be, it's just, for now, I'm just going to be using this flat. So just one small poly tank until we finish everything so we can buy a bigger one. So it was temporary connection. It wasn't like anything technical you're supposed to do. Just so I can get water flowing inside because there's no Ghana water here. You have to buy water. That guy came, I gave him money to go and buy the poly tank. He went and he stayed for hours. And then he came about 6 p.m. I was like, oh, now it's too late for him to work, but he's going to come back the next day by 6, 7 a.m. and he's going to fix the poly tank. I'm like, it's not like I'm even using it that day, right? So it's okay, you can do it the next day. And then when he was leaving, he was like, oh, I should give him shop money. So the next day when he comes, I'll take it from his pay. Big mistake. Mistake number one. I gave him 100 cedis. I didn't see that guy the next day. The next day, the next following day also, I was calling. He wasn't picking my call, basically. So I had to call the person that was working here, and he was like, oh, he's actually coming back to Accra the next day. I'm like, you know what, let me just leave for that one. So that one came, and he did that. So which means my 100 cedis left, right? But he was now later calling me days later that he's now free to come and do the work, which means he took my money, went somewhere else to work, and when he was free, he was like, okay, let me go and do that again so I can still take that money. It was a way of tying the work down, just so he can still do the work and do what he was doing wherever he was working, right? So I'm like, give him 100 cedis. I've already gotten someone else to do it. I've not seen that money till now. He stopped picking my call, basically, but probably one day I'm going to run into him. This painter now is doing the same thing. I called. We basically bargained on the phone. We settled on the kind of paint we want to buy. Foreign one for the screening because that one don't take stains. In case any, because it's white walls. In case of any stain, I can easily wipe it and it will leave. And then the local one for the POP because the foreign one can't take. The POP don't take foreign one. We basically agree. I'm like, okay, buy it and come, right? So I sent him the paint money. Mistake about two. Because now, is it that he was working that day somewhere? That was the next day he will buy and bring. Which means he had a project. I'm like, are you sure you'll be free the next day? Say yes. Which next day was supposed to be Sunday, right? Which was yesterday. I'm like, maybe because it's Sunday, he didn't turn up. Today is Monday. This is 12. I've not seen him. And because the money of the paint is with him, I can't go and give the job to someone else because I'm not going to buy double paint. And then he will bring the paint and be like, oh, I bought it. So now I'm basically just doing the rest of the setup whenever it comes.
Our episode one of the series was a bit chaotic. It was just here and there because, like I said, I wasn't planning of vlogging this and I just decided to vlog it last minute. So I was just going up and down. But I promise you from episode 2, it's going to be a whole lot more organized than this, basically. So we're going to go between the apartment I'm living in now and this particular apartment. We're going to move some things, set up some things here. And then I'm going to actually take you on the proper tour of the whole block of building, basically both the 5 flats completed, the pool on top, also the space for the pool on top, and then the other building still in construction. And then we'll actually start construction work. I'm going to take you through all of that. So this series is going to be very exciting now that I've decided to give that to you. So welcome to Vanessa building series in Ghana. It's going to be a whole lot of fun. If you're here, you're watching, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll be seeing you in episode 2. Bye.